Simons.
And I'm Mr. Hood.
What do you know about poetry, Mr. Hood?
Well, I know enough that it doesn't have to rhyme all the time. But my language is the language of mathematics. Do you know any mathematics?
I know all of the numbers in the Sudoku. There's like 3 and 5, like 7. Anyway, we're here to do Poetry Out Loud finals. I also want to acknowledge every student in this room has done Poetry Out Loud this year, and I have 5 English classes, and I'm just amazed at the bravery and the vulnerability of my students when they stand up and they do their poem. It's just amazing. So can you give yourselves a round of applause? That'd be wonderful.
During the performances, please remember to be quiet, attentive, and cool. If cool is too difficult for you, then just stick with being quiet and attentive. Feel free to applaud, cheer, or snap your fingers at the end of any performance that moves you. Mr. Simmons, can you snap your fingers?
All right. We will have one round of performances, and then we'll have a short interlude, and then we'll have the second round of performances, and then we'll have our final judgments.
It's time to introduce the judges. Shall we do this poetically?
I think we shall. First judge we have Mrs. Christine Eduardo. Who knows the extent of her library? Angelou to Roald Dahl. She learned kindness, compassion, true to the heart, and 27 years of Sanford service. Still feels honoured to sit at the judgment table today. It's Mrs. Eduardo.
Second, we have Miss Heather Stinson, strolling in the fog like little cat feet. A fan of the poem, a fan of Carl's sand. She seeks art that is genuine without the fluff. Respecting the courage of today's student poets, she is the mystery like the shadow of the wind.
Who have we got next?
We've got Dr. Edwin Way, here to listen, to weigh words with an open mind. A sincere man, and that is difficult to find. True to his ways at any cost, his favorite poet, Robert Frost. Inspired by the quiet country fields, impartial judgment is what he yields.
And last we have Mr. Levine. His birth name, Eugene Levine, but changed it to something less obscene. His mind a steep ravine, like a pit bull of history, he's keen. Thinks Emily Dickinson is the bee's knees, and speaks of Anna Karenina with expertise. And when asked to judge today, he said, yippee. It's Mr. Levine. Okay, now we have our real poets. To begin round 1, we have Lila Hayward. With a favourite colour of mint green, the movie she loves is Wall-E. For drawing and writing she's keen, has always been, it's Lila Hayward.
Love Song of the Bat with Vertigo by Martina Espada. Oh, your hair. How I long to stroke your hair with the tip of my wing like the giant in that book about mice and men. So I escape your attic, a mouse with wings, soaring above the mousetrap smeared with peanut butter in your kitchen. You shriek at me and hand the giant standing next to you a bat. Not a bat like me, but a bat for hitting baseballs, now a bat to hit bats. So I sail high and away, 4 times around the room, a fastball slipping from the hand of the sweaty pitcher who puts the tying run on first in the 9th inning. You toss the giant a bucket to catch me, and suddenly I am incarcerated up against the wall. So I beat my wings inside the bucket, the way a drummer improvises a solo, a song for you that silences the chatter in the nightclub. The bucket dumps me into the night air, a bat with vertigo, and I flap away upside down, searching the darkness for the light glimmering from your hair, like the waterfall in that cave where all good bats go to die.
Well done, Lila. Mr. Simmons, what's your favorite poem?
Shall I recite some for you? It goes like this, maybe you'll know it. You know you love me. I know you care. Just shout whenever, I'll be there. You are my love, you are my heart. And we will never, ever, ever be apart. Baby, 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 oh. Like baby, 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 no. Like baby, 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 oh. I thought you'd always be mine, mine, mine.
Who wrote that piece of work?
A J. Bieber. It's called Baby, and it's sublime, I think.
Well, speaking of sublime, welcome Nico Mucchetti to the stage. A reader of books who goes through the night. An actor of actions who chases the moonlight, reaching for a why and reaching for a song.
Listening in Deep Space by Diane Thiel. We've always been out looking for answers, telling stories about ourselves, searching for connection, choosing to send out Stravinsky and whale song, which in translation might very well be our undoing instead of a welcome. We launch satellites, probes, telescopes, unfolding like origami, navigating geomagnetic storms, major disruptions, rovers with spirit and perseverance, mapping the unknown. We listen through large arrays, adjusted eagerly to hear the news that we are not alone, considering the history at home, in houses, across continents, oceans, even in quests armed with good intentions, what one seeker has done to another. What will we do when we find each other?
Wow, well done, Nico.
What about you, Mr. Hood? What's your favorite poem?
Well, Mr. Simons,
I get that all the time.
yeah. I would say it's The Streets of Sesame by the Notorious Bird. Would you like to hear some?
Yeah, look, yeah.
Sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how? Can you tell me how to get to the street of Sesame?
It sounds familiar. Is that like Sesame Street? Speaking of sound, here's Emma Dunphy. Dark red, forest green. She makes merry with melodrama. It's Emma Dunphy.
What Women Are Made Of by Bianca Lynn Spriggs. There are many kinds of open, Audre Lorde. We are all ventricle, spine, lung, larynx, and gut, clavicle, and nape, what lies forked in an open palm. We are follicle and temple, we are ankle, arch, sole, pore and rib, pelvis and root and tongue. We are wishbone and gland and molar and lobe. We are hippocampus and exposed nerve and cornea, areola, pigment, melanin and nails, varicose, cellulite, divining rod, sinew and tissue, saliva and silk, We are blood and salt, clay and aquifer. We are breath and flame and stratosphere, palimpsest and biblio and cloisine, fine lines, marigold, hydrangea and dimple, nightlight, satellite, and stubble. We are pinnacle, plummet, dark circles, and dark matter, a constellation of freckles and specters and miracles and lashes, both bent and erect. We are give and give back. We are volta and girder, make an incision in our nectarine, painted ladies so forth, riding the back of a warm wind, plumed with love and things like love, crack us down to the marrow and may find us full of cicada husks and sand dollars and salted maple taffy, weary of welding together our daydreams, all sweet tea, razor blades, carbon and patchwork quilts of good God and Lord have mercy. Our hands remember how to turn the earth before we do. Our intestinal fortitude, cumulonimbus saffron light, our foundation, not in our limbs or hips. This comes first as an amen, a hallelujah, a suckling, swaddled psalm sung at the cosmos' breast. You want to know what women are made of? Open wide and find out.
Well done, Emma. Fantastic. Hey, it sure is getting colder.
Yeah,
What's your favorite temperature?
62 degrees.
Mine's 25 degrees.
25 degrees? What, do you have a thing for mittens?
And 25 degrees is like warm and sunny. It's nice to go surfing, go to the beach.
It's 25 degrees surfing? That's like a surfsicle.
25 degrees Celsius, mate. That's warm, it's perfect. It's like 77 degrees Fahrenheit.
Celsius? I thought in Australia they speak American.
Speaking of speaking, here's Jessica Meng, an artist drawing using pencil and words, vivid images and poems. She also likes video games. It's Jessica Meng.
On listening to your teacher take attendance by Amy Nasukamatato. Breathe deep. Even if it means you wrinkle your nose from the fake lemon antiseptic of the mopped floors and wiped out doorknobs, the freshly soaked necks and armpits. Your teacher means well, even if he butchers your name like he has a bloody sausage casing stuck between his teeth, handprints on his white, sloppy apron. Now when everyone turns around to check out your face, no need to flush red and warm. Just picture all the eyes, as if your classroom is one big scallop with dozens of icy blues, and you remember that winter your family took you to the China Sea and you sank your face in it to gaze at baby clams and sea stars the size of your outstretched hand. And when all those necks start to crane, try not to forget someone once splattered their bodies, once patted them dry with their fluffy hands, once think of their pencil cases from 3rd grade, full of sharp pencils, a pink pearl eraser. Think of their hand-held pencil sharpeners and its tiny blade.
Well done, Jessica. Wow. You know, going back to this temperature thing.
Yeah.
In December, is it cold in Australia?
It's actually getting warmer. It's summertime back home.
So does Santa still wear like a red coat and the whole reindeer thing?
So the whole Santa thing, Santa wears flip-flops and board shorts and he surfs himself. And he has a sleigh, but it's pulled by 6 white kangaroos. I'm not even kidding.
Wait, for real life? I mean, does one of the kangaroos have a red nose?
Why would he have a red nose?
never mind. Welcome to the stage, the wonderful Campbell Eckard. A daughter of the sea. Whale sharks and manta rays become her companions. She never dives as one.
Meanwhile, by Richard Sykin. Driving, dogs barking. How you get used to it? How you make the new streets yours? Trees outside the window and a big band sound makes you feel like everything's okay. A feeling that lasts for one song, maybe. The parentheses all clicking shut behind you. The way we move through time and space, or only time. The way it's night for many miles and suddenly it's not. It's breakfast and you're standing in the shower for over an hour holding the bar of soap up to the light. I will keep watch. I will water the yard, knot the tie and go to work, unknot the tie and go to sleep. I sleep, I dream, I make up things that I would never say. I say them very quietly. Trees in the wind, the streetlights on, the click and the flash of cigarettes being smoked on the lawn, and just a little kiss before we say goodnight. It spins like a wheel inside you, green, yellow, green, blue, green, beautiful green. It's simple. It isn't over. It's just begun. It's green. It's still green.
Well done, Campbell. Amazing. Great stuff.
You know, I like your shirt. We're like twins.
Yeah, well, brothers from other mothers.
What's New Year's Eve like in Australia?
New Year's Eve is the same, like fireworks and parties, more kangaroos, obviously.
Well, speaking of celebrations, let's celebrate our next poet.
It's Anna Glanden. Like the swift-running gazelle, she's a Swiftie. On a scale of 1 to 10, she's a 50. Anna Glanden.
My Brother, the Artist, at 7, by Philip Levine. As a boy, he played alone in the fields behind our block. 6 frame houses, holding 6 immigrant families. The parents speaking only gibberish to their neighbors. Without the kids, they couldn't say good morning and be understood. Little wonder he learned early to speak to himself, to tell no one what truly mattered. How much can matter to a kid of 7? Everything. The whole world can be his. Just after dawn, he sneaks out to hide in the wild, bleached grasses of August, and pretends he's grown up. Someone complete in himself without the need for anyone. A warrior from the ancient places our fathers fled years before. Those magic places, Kiev, Odessa, the Crimea, Port Said, Alexandria, Lisbon, the Canaries, Caracas, Galveston. In the damp grass, he recites the names over and over in a hushed voice, while the sun climbs into the locust tree to waken the houses. The husbands leave for work, the women return to bed, the kids bend to porridge and milk. He advances slowly, eyes fixed, an animal or a god, while beneath him, the earth holds its breath.
Well done, Anna.
Mr. Hood, what is the best Christmas present you've ever received?
A Guild mahogany top acoustic guitar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you?
I received a guinea pig. So if you know a guinea pig, like a little hamster kind of thing. And so I got a guinea pig for Christmas. And I know what you're thinking, like, a guinea pig is not just for Christmas, a guinea pig is for life. But this one was just for Christmas. Like, it lasted just a week with us. It would have been like 95 in human years. And so we buried it out the back with all of the other guinea pigs that we've got for Christmas. All the other guinea pigs we got for Christmas.
Okay. Welcome to the stage, the mighty Abby Krape. Penn State football steps through the sand. Abby Krape. Abby Krape. Animals rescued to reach left of hand. Abby Krape. Abby Krape. A. B. B. Y. Abby Krape. Abby Krape.
Flowers by Cynthia Zare. This morning, I was walking upstairs from the kitchen, carrying your beautiful flowers. The flowers you brought me last night. Cal lilies and something else. I'm not sure what to call them. White flowers. Of course, you had no way of knowing it has been years since I bought white flowers. But now you have, and here they are again. I was carrying your flowers and a coffee cup and a soft yellow handbag and a book of poems by a Chinese poet, in which I had just read the words, "Come or go. But don't just stand there in the doorway." As usual, I was carrying too many things. You would have laughed if you saw me. It seemed especially important not to spill the coffee as I usually do. As I turned up the stairs inside the whirl of the house as if I were walking up inside the lilies, I do not know how to hold all the beauty and sorrow of my life.
Well done, Abby. Fantastic. So, Mr. Hood, what are you hoping for Christmas this year?
A few new flannel shirts and world peace.
World peace? That sounds nice. That sounds great.
Yeah, well, speaking of nice, welcome to the stage, Eduardo Gatica. Eduardo, sharp-elbowed lover of machines, autos, planes, a room with a view, an aviator alligator shedding the singular.
The Bookshelf of the God of Infinite Space by Jeffrey Skinner. You would expect an uncountable number. Acres and acres of books in rows like wheat or gold bullion. Or that the words just appear in the mind, like banner headlines. In fact, there is just one shelf, holding a modest number, 10 or 12 volumes, no dust jackets because of dust, covers made of gold or skin, or golden skin, or creosote, or rain-soaked macadam, or some mix of salt and glass. You turn a page and mountains rise. Clouds drawn by children bubble the sky. You are 20 again, trying to read a map, dissolving in your hands. I say you and mean me, say God and mean librarian, who, after long research, offers you a glass of water and an apple. You, grateful to discover your name, a footnote in that book.
Thanks, Eduardo. Fantastic.
So what's your favorite Christmas food?
I do like a ham roast potatoes and everything, but back home it's summertime, so Christmas mangoes and ice cream.
Well, for me it's ham with mashed potatoes and peas.
World peas?
No, frozen peas.
Speaking of cool frozen peas, welcome to the stage, Perrin Brown. I've never seen a man frown, a resonant rendition of the sense of self, an open book. It's Perrin Brown.
Poem with Human Intelligence by J. Estanislao Lopez. This century is younger than me. It dresses itself in an overlong coat of Enlightenment thinking, despite the disappearing winter. It twirls the light-up fidget spinner, one from the carnival of oil economies. In this century, chatbots write poems, where starlings wander from their murmuration into the denim-thick clouds of a storm. When the chatbots inevitably learn to kill their darlings, we'll ask if we are their darlings. We'll dive further inward if not, or if so. In films, the intelligent computer always arrives at a misunderstanding of the human soul because it lacks our ability to lie to ourselves, to feign hope and love through disillusion.
Well done, Perrin.
So before we introduce our last poet for this round, I just wanted to make mention of the Poetry Out Loud merch desk, which is just outside these doors here. You can get all your Poetry Out Loud merchandise, like Poetry Out Loud beans, black beans, literary beans.
And I've got Poetry Out Loud hot sauce. Spicy and delicious, like a flaming thesaurus.
You can purchase all these at the merch desk on your way out. Special offers today only. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of special, welcome to the stage, Siobhan Lucey.
Her favorite color, loves forest green, and to travel she'd love to see the aisle green. She says she loves gardening, so her thumb, green. It's Siobhan Lucey.
The Glories of Our Blood and State by James Shirley. The glories of our blood and state are shadows, not substantial things. There is no armor against fate. Death lays his icy hand on kings. Scepter and crown must tumble down, and in the dust be equal made, with the poor, crooked scythe and spade. Some men with swords may reap the field, and plant fresh laurels where they kill, but their strong nerves at last must yield. They tame but one another still. Early or late, they stoop to fate, and must give up their murmuring breath, when they, pale captives, creep to death. The garlands wither on your brow, then boast no more your mighty deeds. Upon death's purple altar now, see where the victim bleeds. Your heads must come to the cold tomb. Only the actions of the just smell sweet and blossom in their dust.
Well
done, Siobhan. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Well, that's the end of round one. And now we have a wonderful treat for all of you. Speaking poetry with her violin is the magnificent Annabelle Lee.
Well done, Annabelle. Thank you so much. Okay, now we turn our attention to round 2. We have another round of poems, and this time the students have not performed this poem for anyone else. So it's a new poem, unperformed. But it is also, it's the, hold on. That's it. The superhero round.
Long Island Sound by Emma Lazarus. I see it as it looked one afternoon in August by a fresh, soft breeze o'erblown. The swiftness of the tide, the light thereon, a far-off sail white as a crescent moon, the shining waters with pale currents strewn, the quiet fishing smacks, the eastern cove, the semicircle of its dark green grove. The luminous grasses and the merry sun, in the grave sky, the sparkle far and wide, laughter of unseen children, cheerful chirp of crickets, and low lisp of rippling tide. Light summer clouds, fantastical as sleep, changing unnoted, while I gazed thereon. All these fair sounds and sights I made my own.
We're the Batman twins.
It just doesn't work like that, okay? There's one Batman. There's just one Batman.
I think we're nailing it as Batman twins.
Of course you do. But Batman is one of a kind.
Well, speaking of one of a kind, welcome back to the stage, Nico. The green of Peter Pan, the red of an engineer, traveling into books, traveling without fear.
Advice from Rock Creek Park by Stephanie Byrne. What will survive us has already begun. Oak, galls, 2 termites, curious, self-perpetuating bodies, letting light through the gaps. They lay out their allegiances under the roots of an overturned tree. Almost always better to build than to wreck. You can build in a wreck under the roots of an overturned tree. Consider the marten that hefts herself over traffic cones. Consider her shadow, misaligned over parking lot cement. Saran wrap scrap in her beak. Nothing lasts forever, not even the future we want. The president has never owned the rain.
Well done, Nico. Thank you so much.
You know, I really think we can both be Batman. This is really cool, man. I think we can do this. Have you seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Hey, maybe we could be like Batman into the Batman-verse. We're just Batmans from different Batman verses.
That's fine for Spider-Man. Spider-Man is clearly not as good. But someone who is good is Emma Dunphy. If she got her superhero sense, she would see the future, but as it is, she'll have to see the present. Like the rest of us, it's Emma Dunphy.
Try to Praise the Mutilated World by Adam Zagajewski, translated by Claire Kavanagh. Try to praise the mutilated world. Remember June's long days and wild strawberries, drops of rosé wine, the nettle that methodically overgrows the abandoned homesteads of exiles. You must praise the mutilated world. You watched the stylish yachts and ships. One of them had a long trip ahead of it, while salty oblivion awaited others. You've seen the refugees going nowhere. You've heard the executioners sing joyfully. You should praise the mutilated world. Remember the moments when we were together, together in a white room and the curtain fluttered. Return in thought to the concert where music flared. You gathered acorns in the park in autumn and leaves eddied over the earth's scars. Praise the mutilated world and the gray feather a thrush lost and the gentle light that strays and vanishes and returns.
Well done, Emma.
Mr. Hood, knock knock.
Who's there?
One Batman.
Oh, one Batman who?
One Batman me.
Oh, okay.
Now, welcome back to the stage, Jessica. Her favorite word is no, but does she love cats? Yes, it's Jessica Meng.
Meanwhile, by Richard Sicken. Driving, dogs barking. How you get used to it. How you make the new streets yours. Trees outside the window and a big band sound that makes you feel like everything's okay. A feeling that lasts for one song maybe. The parentheses all clicking, shut behind you. The way we move through time and space, or only time. The way it's night for many miles and then suddenly it's not. It's breakfast. And you're standing in the shower for over an hour, holding a bar of soap up to the light. I will keep watch. I will water the yard, not the time go to work and not the time go to sleep. I sleep. I dream. I make up things that I would never say. I say them very quietly. The trees and wind, the street lights on, the click and flash of cigarettes being smoked on the lawn, and just a little kiss before we say goodnight. It spins like a wheel inside you. Green, yellow, green, blue, green, beautiful green. It's simple. It isn't over. It just begun. Thank you.
Well done, Jessica. Thanks so much. Mr. Hood. Mr. Hood.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, now we have it. That feels right. Spot on. Spot on.
Well, speaking of spot on, welcome back to the stage, Campbell. With the powers of Moana, one with the waters, with the power teleportation, the world through tenacious eyes.
Numbers by Mary Cornish. I like the generosity of numbers. The way, for example, they're willing to count anything or anyone. 2 pickles, 1 door to the room, 8 dancers dressed as swans. I like the domesticity of addition. Add 2 cups of milk and stir. The sense of plenty. 6 plums on the ground, 3 more falling from the tree. And multiplication's school of fish times fish whose silver bodies breed beneath the shadow of a boat. Even subtraction is never loss, just addition somewhere else. 5 sparrows, take away 2, the 2 in someone else's garden now. There's an amplitude to long division as it opens Chinese takeout box by paper box. Inside every folded cookie, a new fortune. And I never fail to be surprised by the gift of an Audremater, footloose at the end. 47 divided by 11 equals 4, with 3 remaining. 3 boys beyond their mother's call, 2 Italians off to the sea. 1 sock that isn't anywhere you look.
Well done, Campbell. Thank you so much. This is great, man. I feel great. Batman, Robin.
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like your sidekick.
No, surely they're equals. Surely they're equals. They're both equally awesome. Speaking of awesome, welcome back to the stage, Anna. If she could fly like Rogue, she would. And take down bad guys, she could. It's Anna.
Advice from La Llorona by Deborah A. Miranda, a found poem. Each grief has its unique side. Choose the one that appeals to you. Go gently. Your body needs energy to repair the amputation. Humor, phantom pain. Your brain cells are soaked with salt. Connections fail unexpectedly and often. Ask for help. Accept help. Read your grief like the daily newspaper. Headlines may have information you need. Scream. Drop kick the garbage can across the street. Don't feel guilty if you have a good time. Don't act as if you haven't been hit by a Mack truck. Do things a little differently, but don't make a lot of changes. Revel in contradiction. Talk to the person who died. Give her a piece of your mind. Try to touch someone at least once a day. Approach grief with determination. Pretend the finish line doesn't keep receding. Lean into the pain. You can't outrun it.
Anna, fantastic. That's great.
Hey, since we're equals,
Yeah.
could I drive the Batmobile?
That's not how it works, okay? No.
Well, this doesn't seem like equals.
Yeah, sure. These.
Well, here is an outstanding poet with no equal. Welcome back to the stage, Abby. A wise world tourist moving in an instant from fjords of flowers to the deepest ocean blue.
Trying to See Auras at the Airport by Angela C. Trudell Vasquez. Recycled over and over. People born look like parents, grandparents, sister or brother, or perhaps a throwback from an earlier ancestor. The hawk nose, a hard, rigid forehead, the cleft in the chin, or a blue birthmark on the arm, the stomach, the dainty, fresh bum of a newborn, each unique, like a snowflake. Never can you guess what's on their mind. Sometimes I can feel what they're feeling. Detect it like hairs on the back of my arms. Together, we live, talk, walk the same sidewalks. To die, buried in a foreign cemetery for others to sit upon. Ponder their own light. Why am I free? What must I do? Does someone love me like I do? New skin gives way to wrinkles. Hair fades to gray. Bones grow strong, then decay. Strength seeps every time one pees, sleeps, ages, loves. Muscles grow, then shrink the body. A temporary vessel. Destination unknown. April 28th, 2002.
Well done, Abby. Well done. You know, I'm not sure about this cape. Is it too small?
It's perfect, mate. It's perfect. Keep it.
Well, should you have a cape too?
Nope. No, I'm great. I'm great.
Well, speaking of great, welcome back to the stage, Eduardo. Manipulator of time, folding hours like origami, a pirate cat who flies in the airplane over the sea. Eduardo.
Amor Mundi by Cristiano Rossetto. Oh, where are you going with your love locks flowing on the west wind blowing along this valley track? The downhill path is easy. Come with me and it please ye. We shall escape the uphill by never turning back. So they two went together in glowing August weather. The honey-breathing heather laid to their left and right. And dear was she to dote on, her swift feet seemed to float on the air like soft twin pigeons, too sportive to alight. Oh, where is that in heaven, where gray clouds flakes are seven, where basket clouds hang riven just at the rainy skirt? Oh, that is a meteor sent us, a message dumb, pretentious, an undecipherable solemn signal of help or hurt. Oh, what is that glides quickly, where velvet flowers grow thickly, their scent rich and sickly, a scaled and hooded worm. Oh, what is that in the hollow, so pale I quake to follow? Oh, that is a thin, dead body, which waits the eternal turn. Turn again, oh my sweetest, turn again, false and fleetest. This beaten way, though beatest, I fear, is hell's own track. Nay, too late for hill mountaining, nay, too late for cost counting. The downhill path is easy, but there is no turning back.
Hey, Mr. Hood, I was actually thinking that you would look super cute in a nice pair of green tights.
Well, I guess tights would go with my eyes.
There you go. You'd look brilliant. Speaking of brilliant, welcome back to the stage, Siobhan. If she had superpowers, she'd teleport. But what is the benefit of tellying through ports, you retort? Commute times, of course, would be slashed. It's Siobhan Lucey.
Summer by Chen Chen. You are the ice cream sandwich connoisseur of your generation. Blessed are your floral shorteralls, your deeply pink fanny pack with travel-size lint roller just in case. Level of splendiferous in your outfit, 200. Types of invisible pain stemming from adolescent disasters in classrooms, locker rooms, and quite often Toyota Camrys. At least 10,000. You are not a Jigglypuff, not yet a Wigglytuff. Reporters and fathers call your generation the worst, which really means queer kids who could go online and learn that queer doesn't have to mean disaster or dead. Instead, queer means splendiferously you, and you means someone who knows the common flavors for ice cream sandwiches in Singapore include red bean, yam, and honeydew. Your powers are great, are growing. One day you will create an online personality quiz that also freshens the breath. The next day, you will tell your father, we were wrong to say I had to change, to make me promise I would, to make me promise and promise.
You know, I guess Robin is kind of cool.
Yeah, very cool, very cool.
Besides that, it's not like Batman or Robin actually have any superpowers.
Well, Robin especially. Speaking of special, welcome back to the stage, Perrin Brown. I've never seen a man frown, the resident rendition of his sense of self, an open book. It's Perrin Brown.
Negative by Kevin Young. Wake to find everything black, what was white. All of the vice versa. White maids on TV. Black sitcoms that star white dwarves, cute as pearl buttons. Black presidents, black houses, white horse candidates. All bleach, burns clothes, black, drive roads, white as you are. White songs on the radio, stolen by black bands like secret pancake recipes. White backup singers, ball players, and boxers, all white as tar, feathers on chickens, dark as everything. Boiling in the pot that called the kettle honky, even the whites of the eye turn dark. Pupils clear and changing as a cat's. Is this really what we've wanted and waited for? To see snow cover everything black as Christmas? Dark pages written white upon? All our eclipses, bright, dark stars shooting across pale sky, glowing like ash in flame, showering every skin. Only money keeps green, still grows and burns like grass under dark daylight.
Well done, Perrin. Excellent.
You know, all these poets are equally great.
It's going to be really hard to judge, I think, and the judges are now compiling a list of scores. But it's going to be hard to judge.
They're all so equally wonderful. Equals, just like Batman and Robin.
Yeah, of course we are. Of course we are. Do you have any of the, are you going to get any of that merch from the merch table on the way out?
Well, I've already got a case of the Poetry Out Loud hot sauce in the trunk of my car.
A whole case. Excellent. I'm going to get myself 2 cans of beans for lunch today. Cold, out of a can, with a spoon.
You know, all this talk about superheroes makes me wonder which our audience prefers, DC or Marvel. Please cheer for only one of DC or Marvel. First we'll do DC. Let's hear it. DC! Hey! Wow!
What about Marvel then? What about Marvel? I'm not so sure. Should we do it again? I don't know. I don't know.
DC!
I feel validated now. Marvel!
Wow, Marvel wins. Should we do another cheer competition?
You ready for cheering?
Yeah.
Yes, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Batman and Robin, obviously.
Maybe we shouldn't do Batman or Robin.
All right, beans and hot sauce. Who likes beans? All right, I like beans. Okay, hot sauce! Yeah!
Okay, and now welcome to the stage, Sanford's own Wonder Woman, Mrs. McCoy. Woo!
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so everybody was amazing. Like, amazing. Please give the 10 performers today another round of applause. Okay. In third place, the amazing and wonderful Anna Glanden. Can't think of more adjectives. In second place, the also amazing and also wonderful Perrin Brown. And in first place, the also amazing and also wonderful Abby Krape. Okay, so if you were a participant, don't leave yet. And if you were an audience member, enjoy break. And when you see these people later today, tell them how awesome they were. And bye. Make good choices. See you later.